Hi Flosstube friends, it's Lorraine at Chin and Brick Cottage. This is a Sunday, August 6th, 2023. I will get this uploaded to you guys probably either Monday or Wednesday because I don't have any great upload speeds at the house. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you'll just take a moment to like and subscribe, that would be awesome. Next month will be a year on Flosstube, and it has been so much fun, so much joy. Thank you guys for making it fun. I've never had a nasty comment. I have got feedback, and it's always been positive in a kind way. Like the very first video, I had my camera going this way, and you guys couldn't see what I was showing you, and I didn't realize it. So that's been awesome. Last month, I did have Abby, our daughter, with us. I was hoping she would join us this month, but she's busy doing the mama thing. She's a very busy woman. So hopefully we can catch her on another video because it was a hoot. I got time to spend with her, and I got to look at her projects just right along with you. So that was so awesome. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? I think I want to talk about the fair, right? Let me see. So if you remember, I was all like, oh, I'm going to enter the fair for the first time. So the fair I entered is called South Mountain Fair. It's in Adams County, Pennsylvania. That would be my local fair. And I entered 4 items, and I won 4 ribbons. Let me get them and show you. So they're right here because they were here, and then I moved them here because this is take 2. Because take 1, I don't know, I was just like off on some tangent that didn't even make sense. So anyway, we're back. So look, so let's go with the big one. The quilt. The quilt got first place. What? Like, let the confetti fall from the ceiling. Look at that. I'm so excited. I'm so bitten by the bug. And then the Lori Holt chicken in the barn mini silo, 2nd place. That one was a lot of fun. If I could do it over again, you know, when you look back hindsight, I wish I would have done. I did it on that backing board from Chattel's 141, which was perfect. I got a little too crazy with the hot pink paint. It was like Barbie threw up on that project because it was like maybe too much pink. Let's be honest. I mean, can you have too much pink? I don't know, but I did. So, but I was really tickled that I got 2nd place. The last minute entry, I will insert a picture here of because I didn't even have it finished on last video, fully finished, was Cherry Hill Stitchery's naughty list. What? 2nd place. Pushed me over with a feather. Couldn't believe it. And then the last item was a baby bib. I did a little girl baby bib. 2nd place again. So I am bitten. Even before, like, we were up there 3 times, 1 to drop off. The next night we drove up to see the judging or get the judges' results, and then a 3rd time to pick up my stuff and take it home. But the time that we were leaving the house to go up and go up to watch the judging, my mom, Gigi, poked her head out her door and said, hey, you know, win or lose, blah, blah, blah. You know how moms are, you know, mom might say the same thing. But I'd already decided when we were driving up, before I even knew, I was like, I'm doing this again. This is such a fun experience. It's been such a positive experience. Like, even just like dropping off my stuff to the volunteers, they were so nice. They were like, oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's so pretty. I mean, and they were saying that to everyone. And that was awesome because, like, it takes a lot of courage, like, to put something that you've made into a competition or share with other people. So that was so awesome. So I'm doing it again next year. Yep. I don't know what I'm making yet, but I'm doing it. So anyway, I guess I'll just keep, I don't even know. This is why I started over again. I'm just like, oh, what did I tell you? What didn't I tell you? Anyway, I'm going to set these aside and we're going to move on to Flosstube. So this episode, so I mentioned in my last episode with Abby that I was really close to 500 subscribers. Yay! So, I'm not quite there yet. So if you're new and you haven't already, or if you've been here a while and you haven't made the time to do that, can you like my video and can you subscribe to my channel, and maybe please share with your friends if you like it, if you want to, you know. So anyway, I did a little housekeeping in this room, and I pulled out some things, and I'm gonna do a pass the stash. I'm gonna share some items that I love that I'm not gonna use. And instead of doing all the shares at the end of the video, I'm gonna try and like do them sporadically within this video, and see how it goes. Okay. So the reason why I went through the room is, one, it needed it because it's so small and packed, but secondly, I made this really cute project. Look at these. They're little pencil bags. Okay, I still got the strings. Little pencil bags that look like monsters. Their little mouth opens. They're fully lined. It is a free pattern on Moda's website. There's that one. It was perfect for scrap busting. The hair, I used jelly rolls, like leftover jelly roll strips. So similar but different. Almost exactly the same to the first one. And then the fourth one is from my little Elena. I think she got green fabric in the middle too, because I had a bunch of that green. And then this one I tweaked a little bit. I guess I put her fabric on upside down, but who cares? This one, I think these pieces were 11 by 11 cut. And this one was a piece from a layer cake, so it was a 10 by 10, so her bag's a little smaller. But it's okay. It's all good. I used some scraps. I used, the only thing, I had everything. I even had the zippers. I had 3 white zippers, and I had this hot pink zipper for her. Here's the pattern. It is a free pattern on Moda's website. Very easy to make. It's called Little Monsters Pencil Case. The design was by Holly Hickman. It's 2 pages. Well, it was 3, because then you got another 3rd page, had your little templates for your eyeballs and a little template for your hair. Super easy. I did all of these yesterday. First one, of course, took longer because I just did that one by itself, and then the next 3 I did assembly line. So that got me digging through the stash. So here is my stash bucket. My stash, my scraps. And as you know, I've been slowly working on cutting them down to pieces that I can use. Like 2.5 squares, 5-inch squares. Anything bigger than that, I kind of like square it up and put it like with like the fat quarter type sizes. So this was from yesterday that I cut. It's very satisfying. I find it very satisfying to cut down those pieces. So then it got me digging through my patterns and organizing. So this will be my first share. And this will be number 1. I'm not sure how many we'll do. I'll have to look through my bucket there. It's a quilt pattern. I find that a lot of us cross stitchers also like to do other needle arts like quilting, sewing, crocheting, knitting. So anyway, if you would like this pattern, it's brand new. I've never used it. Never even took it out of the wrapper. It's awesome. I'll be honest with you. It's probably above my pay grade. It's above my skill level. It looks like it's got a little bit of a lot of points going on, and I'm still working on getting my points looking nice. So instead of this languishing in my folder, my binder of patterns, I will share this. So this is number 1. So all you need to do in your comments is put the number, like the number, not spell it out, just number 1 if you're interested in this giveaway. Only thing I ask is that you're 18 or older, that you have a U.S. mailing address to help me with the postage cost. And if you'd be a subscriber, if you would like and subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. So that's number one. So speaking of, let's just stay with the quilting theme for a minute, and we'll get back to the floss thing. So here is a project, again, a pattern that I've had a while, cobblestone. It is a table runner or a table topper. Here's the thread that I'm using with it. I like using Gutermann thread. I'm not quite done, so that's why I put the thread in with the pattern so I didn't lose it. So in our living room, we have a coffee table that my husband made in high school. He likes to say that, like, he just put the top on the legs and he made it no big deal, but to me it's a big deal. I mean, I think it's awesome that he made it. Then we have another, like, I use it as a table for a lamp and like the digital picture frame. It's like a step stool almost, that his grandfather made out of wood. And I think it's super cool. We have two of them. I use one in the living room and one as my nightstand in my bedroom. So for the smaller one, the one that his grandpa made, this is my table topper for next year. This was my first fat 8th bundle I had purchased. It's by Deb Strand. It was called All American. Got it at Fat Quarter Shop. So that's for the smaller one. Here's the bigger one. I'm not done. I have the binding ready. I just haven't put it together yet. So this is using the cobblestone pattern. I really like a scrappy quilt. So I just, measured our coffee table, made it to size. It's, technically reversible. This is the back side. I did some 2-inch crosshatch quilting on it. It's very adorable. We have a black dog named Oakley, but our pickup truck is blue, not red, but it's a lot of fun. And then I used some more of the, I had smaller pieces, so here, I'll unwind it. So I'm gonna have a scrappy binding. So I just took them and cut them 2.5 inch and joined them all up on the bias. So anyway, so that's that. I need to finish it. I don't know if I'll finish it anytime soon or if I'll just save it for next summer to finish. That's why everything's kind of together. So, and that, you know what? That was my first fat 8th bundle I purchased, and I wasn't sure what to do with it, but I got a ton of fabric. I mean, like, I made that, I used the back, I made a second one, did the back, did the binding, and I have a little bit left. Well, I have more than a little bit left. So I think I have some odd pieces I put in my bins, and then I have 3 full 1/8 that are not cut. I didn't use the golden pup because we don't have a gold. Well, Molly's golden, but she's not a lab. But anyway, I'm gonna make this little sweet little bundle. You could make napkins out of it. You could, I mean, it's not a lot. You could add it to your stash. You could do whatever you like. I'll make this giveaway number 2. Number 2. And I might find something else maybe to throw in with it. I don't know. But we're gonna call this 2. Let me write down number 2. Let me use this as paper. Let me use this as paper. And where is, oh, here it is. I'm gonna use my heat erasable friction pin on this fabric, and I'll make it as a post-it note, number 2. So I hope that somebody out there would like this because it's adorable. It's really high quality fabric. It's that bright, I'd call it like a royal blue. Adorable. So anyway, I'll put that in the giveaway pile. Look at that, 2 shares. Okay, so I think I have one more fabric quilty type share. Well, 2 more, and then we're on. We're diving in. We're going through the WIPs. We're doing all the Flosstube things. So I don't know if you guys remember, I purchased a few fat quarters at the quilt show I went to that were like these pink Halloween themed fat quarters. Let me show you the other ones. So as you can see, I cut them up and I was just playing around. and I made this. Made a little Halloween placemat. I fussy cut the corner squares. I didn't use a pattern. I just kind of, you know, wasn't rocket science. And then I still got to put the back on it. And then I made a matching napkin with some rickrack. And I only really had for one. And what am I going to do with one? I don't know. But, well, I know what I'm doing. It's getting, there's a category in the Fair book for one placemat with a coordinating matching napkin. And I thought Halloween would be super fun. Then I made this. I still need to put some sashing on it to make it completely fit the back. But I thought this would be a really unique entry. Very sweet. So there's that. I wish I would have bought more of that fabric now. I mean, and I was looking on Etsy for some more. I mean, it's really cute. And then I started to make this one into a placemat. Oh, and I did go to Etsy. I did, because I had to buy. Oh, you know what? I'm not using, now I remember, I'm not using this on the back. So I made, where'd it go? I started, I haven't finished. This is going to be a second placemat. We will have a matching set, so we'll be good. We'll actually use these. Not this year, but next year. Because I did go on Etsy and I bought from this person. I don't know if I bought a half yard. I think I bought a half yard maybe. So I can use this as the backing and for the second napkin. So you can only enter one in the fair. But I'm making two, so we have a matching set to use on our table, which will be super fun. Then these were the other two fat quarters I had purchased. Super adorable. Kind of wasn't sure what to do with them. Still not quite sure. But I decided, and then I used the remnants on the back. I'm making like a little lovey quilt. That'll be the back. It's just pieced. So this is a little lovey quilt for my youngest granddaughter that's 2. Her parents love Halloween, and you know, she's still small enough that they'll probably take, I'm guessing they'll take the stroller when they do trick-or-treating, and let her get up and down and run. So this would make a cute little blankie for the stroller. Pardon me, I have a very scratchy throat. So anyway, that is it on the sewing quilting front. Now let's just dive in. So I have a FFO. This is the Month to Month by Stitching with the Housewives. I do not have them all done. I have a few of them started. I have 2 fully finished now. I have August fully finished, which I did last year, but the finish on it was like kind of like thrown together and I didn't like it. So this year I took it apart and I redid the back, the finishing on it, and it's hanging up. I'll insert a picture here because I took a picture of it. It's hanging up in the kitchen above, like our calendar was the idea I had. So I'm pretty happy with how October turned out. I had the space that I allowed myself in this board that I got from Hobby Lobby for the calendar and this doesn't quite, I don't know how to word it. Like, I wish that I had more of this backing showing up and below, but it won't fit. And I'm kind of new at finishing, so I was winging it a bit. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I just wish it was more symmetrical. But maybe as I do a few more, I'll get better at it. But anyway, I mean, I love this. I got a fuzzy on it. Of course I do. But I love it. I'm happy. I did a little covered button. I did some ribbon, and that's that. So there's my FFO. So I kind of have 1.5 because the other one was done, but I redid it. So there's that one. So let's get into my WIPs and where I'm at. So I like to stitch in season. If you're new here, you'll learn. That's what I like to do. But I won't lie, I'm having a hard time right now. Not a hard time, like I'm feeling like I really want to get into fall, because fall is my favorite time of year. I want to get into it, but technically it's still summer, so I'm still trying to like plug away. So let me do a little WIP parade and show you what I'm working on and what my plans are going forward. So, so this is a pattern from Stitching with the Housewives. How does your garden grow? I'm so close. I was working on this morning. I wanted to get it done to show you guys, but I'm not done. So close. I just got to finish the second tomato plant, and then there's like a cardinal and a birdhouse here, and then I'm done. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I hand dyed this Aida myself. I couldn't be happier with it. And I have a little inspiration idea that I want to try for my finishing piece. So I'm not opposed to how they did it on a crate, which that could be a great finish possibly for me. But I have this other idea, and I don't know. Let me just tell it to you guys what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking about going to the flea market or the antique market and finding an old watering can. Then I'm thinking of taking, this is not, but getting some Priscilla and Chelsea's, their black check fabric, and making something, like make a strip for this to be sewn on, so it'd be kind of like, so like the fabric would come around with Velcro onto the bottom of the can, on the side of the can, and this would be on the front of the can, and then I could put some artificial flowers coming out of the watering can. And then, you know, that would be a great summer display. Probably I'd probably put it in the kitchen or something. But then I'm thinking with it being like this attached to the fabric and it's Velcroed, I can undo it and store it when I'm not using it, so it's not constantly on the watering can. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it. I don't have a watering can handy. I can't, but I'm pretty sure this would fit really nice on there. So that's my thought. And if that thought comes to life and looks amazing how it is in my head, I'll be pretty stoked. But we'll have to wait and see. If I get that far this year, I will share with you guys definitely. I think I'm gonna keep on working on this one maybe a little bit more tonight and just get it done. And then all that would be left would be to order a little bit of fabric and go shopping for a watering can. If the watering can doesn't work out, you know what? I'm wondering if I got a watering can in the garden. I might. I'll have to go out in the garden and look. So I'm kind of one of those people that do like a little bit of vintage junk within my garden. And I won't lie, I haven't been out there too often this year. It's just blazing hot out there. But I got tomatoes that are like itching to be picked, so I gotta go do those. But anyway, that's one. Then, oh, this one. I've just been tickled with my stitches lately. They're bringing me so much joy. So here's one that I've been working on. Little House Needleworks Suffrage Act. I don't remember where I was at last month when I showed you, but I feel like I've made a lot of progress. I did have to pick out underneath her shoes. I had it going underneath this red brick wall started, but I was off by a couple stitches, so I picked it out. But I love it. It's going to be gorgeous. This is another piece of Aida that I coffee tea dyed, and then I also added some black Rit dye to dirty it up a little bit. And the only thing I changed on this one, on the housewife ones, those are classic ColorWorks called for. This one is, let me see, I believe it's DMC. Yeah, I'm using DMC called for, except for the white. I chose a brighter white. So there's that one. I think I'm gonna leave this one in the rotation. I don't know how much I'll touch it, but I'm really enjoying it. Now this one here was a start. I don't even know. Like, it seems to be my thing lately, starting stuff and restarting stuff. So this is a pattern I bought last year, but didn't get to until this year. And then I got a little bit of a late start on it because I didn't have the floss. So This is the piece that this is the piece that's, no. No, for a variety of reasons. It's too dark. Then I tried to change the floss colors to colors that would pop on it, and it really doesn't. And I was feeling frustrated and a little beat down by it. If you're one of those people who need their fabric ironed to watch a Flosstube, I apologize. I'm not your girl. I'm not gonna iron them until they're ready to be done. So anyway, that's the no. I wanted to share you guys. It's gonna go in the little wall of shame, the ones that are no good. And then I'm not even gonna unpick it. I'm just gonna cut that off and then save this piece because I like it. And I kept trying to make it darker and darker, so I dunked it longer and longer in the tea. But then it kind of took on an orange hue. It wasn't working for me. So I just went with white. And let me tell you, I'm happy. I did change up I would call this like a sun. In the pattern, it is definitely orange. And I'm not a huge fan of orange, so I made it a little monochromatic, some golds. And then also as far as the tips of the corn I changed, is in the pattern, it is also orange. And I know Kathy's an Iowa girl, you know, like me. I was born in Illinois. I was born in Iowa and raised in Illinois, so I'm very familiar with corn. I asked my husband, I'm like, corn, I don't recall it having orange tassels. And he agreed. So we switched it I switched it to Classic ColorWorks Hazelnut for my tassels, and I really like it. So this one I probably am going to put away since it is now August. I just left it out to show you guys. The colors are super pretty. Oops, I'm sorry, I was off camera. Very, very pretty. And if you like orange, orange would work. I like orange in, you know, like this was nice. Like this peachy orange was nice. But it's also a fall piece. And also like a Halloween orange, like a deep orange. But for a 4th of July corn, I wasn't thinking of that. So let me pack this back up in my bag. Oh, another thing I wanted to share. And I'm always late to the party. $1 short day late, something like that. Good Notes. I tried Good Notes this past month because I was losing my place. I can't show you the pattern, but I was losing my place on some of these bigger patterns. And so you could try Good Notes for free. You could put like 3 images there. And I did that a couple nights and I marked it off and and I could zoom in. It was great. So then I bought the paid version, which is like $9.99. And I'm not sure if that's every year or if it was a one-time purchase. Either way, it doesn't matter because I love it. I have some of these bigger charts now on there, and you could choose your highlighter color, and I could just like mark stuff off. And then if I made a mistake and unpicked, I could, you know, erase it and start over. Because usually I've been making working copies of my patterns because I use a line keeper, and then I also sometimes highlight, but then I got burned on that because the highlighter hit one of my patterns, or not my pattern, but my fabric. And then sometimes I use ink pens, and again, the same thing, it could make a mess or get on your project. So this is perfect. I'm using the iPad and that. So if you haven't tried it, which probably everybody in the world uses that, or Pattern Keeper, or some other electronic thing, try it. You know, you can try it for free, and I really, really liked it. So let me set this aside, and I'll deal with organizing that later. So let's see what I have for another share. Let me pull out my share bucket, my share bag. I got a bag. I'm not going to give away everything in here. Oh my goodness, what do I have? Let's see if I have anything. Oh, I do have cross stitch related. So here's a cross stitch one. Another one. Oops, I did open it because you can see that I bent it accidentally looking at it, because I was looking at them trying to decide. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to do these ones. Here, let me show them to you. They're really pretty. These are Lori Holt stitch cards. I am in the club. I do not have all of them because I'm, again, late to the party. Let me show them to you, the patterns. I'm not going to show you the pattern. I'm going to show you the image. So this one kind of reminds me of some like German Dutch Frankfurt, which is very local, and I almost kept it for that one. This is pretty too. It's prim. I don't have a whole lot of prim stuff. I'm not into stitching houses. Give me a barn and I will stitch that baby all day long, but a house, I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. And this one is super cute too because I love the sheep, but again, it wasn't anything I was going to use, and it seems silly to hang on to it just so it was like in my collection. So I'm going to share this one. Let me put it back in the package for you. Oops. Oops. See, this is like it all bent up. The cover sheet is sticking to the cellophane. Well, I'll do that later. I don't need to be crinkling in your ears. So this is number 3. So if you would like Lori Holt's Stitch Card Set O, just use the number 3 in your comment. So let me set that one aside. That's Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet, Stitch Cards. They're number 3. Put that over there in the pile. I hope you guys like this. I hope you find fun. Oh, speaking of liking something, holy cow. Holy moly. Tiger Lily Designs, Flosstube. Very high energy, like super high energy. She did a, let me look it up on my phone. It's an app. She did a little de-stash, and it was the first time her using this app. It's called Whatnot. Online auction she did this past week. She had a few items that were like buy it now, so when the auction went live you could shop the buy it now, like the price that she gave for the item, like anything you would buy on Etsy or eBay or whatever, but it had this live auction component and it was so much fun. I don't know if you know, but back in the day I was like an auction girl junkie. I had a little store in town called Vintage Cowgirl, and I sold all the goodies I found at the flea markets and auctions. So that really scratched that itch. So like she would hold an item up and like she could select like how long she would talk, 30 seconds, whatever. And like it was live. And so it also showed you the user that was winning. And like, so you saw some people that you recognized or knew, like so-and-so was winning. And then like maybe I would bid and then I was winning. And it was so cool and so much fun. If you have an opportunity to participate in something like that, like I thought that was a unique and fun way to do a de-stash. I'm not opposed to trying something like that, but then again, I'm just like, I think I'm over all that. Like I love playing the game, but I don't know if I want to do it. So anyway, I bought one Buy It Now. So I have a pattern coming. That was a pattern, a cross stitch pattern. And I won one auction, which was almost a complete flat quarter bundle of poppy cotton fabric, which I've been eyeballing a lot. I think the pattern line was called Pie in the Sky or something like that. So I haven't received it yet because literally this just happened this week. It was awesome. It was fun. It was great. Carrie did a great job. So if anyone knows Carrie, tell her that I said, good job. I mean, I had a blast. So I hope more people, you know, pass the stash or sell their stash or whatever they're going to do to make room for new things. That was great. So participate if you can. So let's move on. Let's move on. I just thought of that and it was so much fun. So here's a pattern that I am going to keep working on maybe for one more month. Little House Needleworks State Fair. I was missing a couple colors that just came in this week that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. Here is my version of it. 14 count Aida. My white is not as vibrant as I like. I think I mentioned last month, the colors really remind me of like 1980s prim, which isn't bad. I just like a little bit brighter now, but I really love the pattern. And the colors are great. They just seem a little dated. I'm enjoying this a lot. I haven't worked on it very much because I've been working on the other things. But it's a really nice stitch, nice pattern to work off of. And this is one of the patterns I put on that good notes, and it's helped me a lot, especially trying to keep track here because he's wearing like, I'm sorry, it's hard to see. He's wearing like suspenders. And so I wanted to make sure I had my count right on that. And there is a lot of borders. The borders are easy, but there's a lot, and I wanted to make sure they were all even and they were going to match up right. So that's been very helpful. So that one I'm going to keep in the rotation. Probably a little bit longer, get a little bit more done on it because it's still summer. I consider that a summer stitch. The Christmas stitch, so I do a little rotation. So 25th of each month, 24th, 25th, I tried and stitch Christmas. I did make some progress on this one. It's a slow go, it's a slog. I'm not in love with this one. And I have a mistake. This is a tree I did this month in one night. And you can't, maybe you can tell, maybe you can't. My tree is too tall, so I made the trunk longer to make it even, but then it's in the way of some of like this confetti stitch is gonna be down here. So I might just eliminate it. I'm not sure. It's a pretty pattern. This one I messed up a lot and I redid it. It's right now, and it's very pretty. I don't know. I guess maybe because it's like, and the barn's my favorite part to stitch, and maybe that's why I'm kind of like, not to the barn yet. That's why I saved it for last, because it's a lot of work, but it's also my favorite thing to do. So right here, this banner confetti thing here, I think I might have to eliminate because my tree is way too tall. But anywho, there's that one. I'm ready for that one to be done. This is one. This is a story. This is my Halloween stitch. Is it even in here? All right, we'll come back to Halloween because I don't, oh, here's my other Halloween bag. So speaking of starting and restarting, and so this fabric, I hand dyed. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I was going to do this mix and match by Lori Holt on it. I made some bad choices. I didn't like the orange that I picked. I didn't like it just wasn't, you can see I cut it. And what triggered it was making the fall version of the zinnia, and I just wasn't liking it at all. And I didn't like cut it in anger. I was like trying to see like how much I can salvage. There is some, I don't know, I was thinking I had another piece somewhere. And like I had originally, when I stitched the cat, I messed up and forgot to do his little quilt block on his tummy, which is super cute. So, see, I love them. They're cute. It was my choices that made them not work out. See, that I forgot to do, or I messed up and didn't do it or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm definitely doing this, but I'm not going to do it big like this. I am going to do something different, probably similar to back there, the sewing stitch cards like in a row. I think that's what I'm going to do with these Halloween ones. I was trying to see, this is why I was cutting it. I was trying to see if I could just salvage like these 3 blocks and do like my 3 favorite in there and mount that on something, that, or make it a small pillow. That is what I'm going to do. That is going to be a restart. If I do the orange, if I do the pumpkin as one of them, I'm choosing a different orange. I didn't like my orange. So don't be, I mean, I had a lot of time invested in this, but I wasn't loving it. And life is too short to make something you don't love, right? What's the saying? Some eggs got to be cracked to make a cake, or I don't know. But anyway, don't be afraid to start again. I got my Halloween bling. I love this bling stuff. I still haven't mastered this whole iPad camera thing. There it is, Little Witch's hat. Pretty. So that's what I wanted to show you. So that is going to be a restart, maybe even today. And then I'm finally going to start this one today as well. On this piece of fabric I dyed. I've showed you guys before. So this one is definitely a today. So these are today's. So these are today's. So maybe the garden one will wait one more day. Maybe I'll do these ones today. WIP Parade. This was a restart. I think I showed you guys this one. Crocette Go-Go. This is from my granddaughter, Elena, Ladybugs. And another little tidbit. Abby has asked us, as the grandparents, to no longer share photos or videos of her children for safety reasons online. And so I'm going to respect that, of course, because she's the parent, and I totally understand. She shared with us some things to watch that talked about safety, and like my husband and I were like, wow, yeah, definitely. So breaks my little grandma heart. She said I could if my thing was private, but it's not private because I want to share with all you guys, because you guys like the same thing I like, and not all my, you know, friends and family like all this stuff. So anyway, so there'll be less grandkid pictures, at least of hers. My son has not said that, and our other daughter has not said that either. So, but anyway, so this is a restart. I think this is my third, fourth, fifth, count it, time starting it. So it's not very far. I haven't worked on it because I kind of like feel like I was kicked in the teeth. Again, it was my fabric choice was wrong. It was wrong. It was wrong. And then I chose a different fabric and it wasn't working. So then I tried different floss, like fancy floss. And then, so I'm back. And you probably don't remember, but last month when I was showing stuff, Abby was like, this is home for you. Like this cause like, she's not a crosser. She's like, this is the fabric you like. These are the things, this is home for you. And she's right. I didn't realize it, but this is, yeah, 14 count Aida. These kind of oatmeal-y colors, or something hand dyed by myself. I really enjoy working on. And it was cool that she caught something that I wasn't catching about myself. So that one didn't get very far. Let me find a trash can here. And well, it can go there. And then this one I shouldn't even show you. Nothing happened on this one. This one is my moose and bear sampler. I don't think I did anything on it. It's just ginormous, and I think that's why I haven't worked on it. And the Aida's really stiff, and I think I was also, yes, missing floss colors, so it kind of lost steam. But it's super pretty. I mean, it's really, really pretty. Let me see if I can find a color photo of the pattern. I don't even know where the pattern is. I mean, I have the pattern, but I don't see I don't have the cover art. I apologize. It's called The Bear and the Moose by Jean Parrish, if you want to look it up. It's super pretty, lots of pastels. I don't know where I put the pattern. I'll have to find it. Lots and lots of floss. Lots. So, a little bit of a bear, I think that's why. It's big, it's got a lot of color changes going on. The Aida's a little stiff. So that is what I have for my WIPs. I have not pulled out. I'll do that today after this video. What I'm going to work on now for like August, September. Put some away, some of these summery ones away. So let's do, can I show you my haul? I got a little bit of haul over the last month, not a ton. Let me show you this item. It's hanging here. So I ordered this online. I don't remember who. Let's see if she has a tag on it. She does have a tag. Curry Bungalow. And this is like super nice. I mean, I've already been using it, so it's a little janky. I don't remember if I don't think I had this last month and showed you. But this is Velcroed on. This is like a little scrap. I used it yesterday when I was making my monster zipper bags. So this just sits. It's got like some non-skid on it. This Velcro's on the pin cushion. It's super heavy. It's got sand or something in it. It came with this on there, and it came with, I already have my own pins, but it came with these like really pretty floral pins as decoration in it as well. Super, super great stitching. Well made, well packaged. You know, a 10-star review out of 5 stars I gave it like on Etsy. Let me tell you one more time who makes it. Curry Bungalow. Let me zoom in. And you can even see, like with me zoomed in, you can look at her stitching. She is a fabulous seamstress, fabulous sewer. It's got like a little loop here. I think you could probably put like tips of your scissors in if you wanted to. You could use it for cross stitching or sewing. I've used it for both. I used it all day yesterday next to the sewing machine, and it worked great. It was a little bit on the spendy side, I won't lie, but it was worth every penny. There is not a snowball's chance that this is an easy project. I mean, I'm sure it's easy for her because she's been making a bunch of them, but even like, let me show you this part. This part has, like, she has something in there, like a piece of plastic or something in there to make that stay open like that. It's great. I highly recommend get yourself one if you want one. Then the rest of my haul is not much, not too much this month. Let me pull out my goodies. I say that and then it's like, oh. But I just throw them all in here all month until I get a chance to talk to you guys. Oh my gosh, I almost bought this pattern yesterday and I didn't, thank God, because I already own it. Okay, so let me show you. Let me show you what I got. Well, let me share one more share with you guys. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see what else we have in here that I can share with you guys. Oh, this one is awesome. I really wanted to do this, and then I ended up giving the fabric to Abby because she loves Halloween, but apparently she didn't want the panel or the quilt. She just wanted the fabric. Is this so flippin' cute or what? But I just knew I wasn't going to make it this year. And I don't know, I just felt like being generous. So I gave her the fabric. So you would get the pattern and the panel. Let me show you the panel. Is that awesome? So if you wanted the coordinating fabric, you could buy that online. The back of the pattern tells you everything you would need if you want to make it just like this one. Then I have too many projects. So this, let me put a little clip on this one. So if you want the pattern and the panel, this is number 4. So let me write number 4 on here. And, you know, thank you, because I mean, I could hang on to this stuff forever, or, you know, I hate to just donate it to the thrift store because you just never know, like, is somebody really going to appreciate it? So just for you guys, because you guys are awesome, and I know that somebody out there will make this and love it. So there's number 4. So then my haul, the rest of my haul was not a lot. It probably won't be much next time because a last minute trip my husband is going to take, which I fully support the adventure because I don't know when he'd get this opportunity again. He's going with 2 of his friends. I think there might be a 4th guy that he doesn't know that's going to meet him there. They are flying from Pennsylvania to Denver, and then in Denver they're renting a car or whatever, they're renting a car, van, truck, I don't know. And they're driving to Wyoming, and they're going to go hunting for a week. And my husband's not a hunter, but what they're hunting is prairie dogs, which kind of like, I think they're super cute, and they remind me of chipmunks, and I don't know, like, but I get, and it's not just for sport, I guess it's an important environmental hazard because I guess they breed really rapidly, and they're a nuisance and a problem there because there's so many of them. So the state doesn't even require non-residents to have a license. Like, I guess this is just a thing. You go out, you shoot these things. So he's really looking forward to this guy's trip. So, and we hadn't planned for it, so it's kind of like. So so I'm gonna have to slow my roll a little bit on my shopping the next couple months to so we can meet that goal. But he's gonna have so much fun. They were looking at plane tickets last night, so fingers crossed he has a good time. So anyway, my haul. I got this from Annabella's. I think she did I think she moved to a new location. And so she ran a sale on some items, probably because she didn't want to move them. And I thought this would make a great low volume finishing or add into a quilt. I think I got a half a yard of it to try. It's cream with red, green, and like gray dots. It's very pretty. I got a bag of this off of Amazon. Because if you've been around a while, you know that I made a couple, oh, here it is. I made a couple of these little pin cushions. This is like some Tula Pink fabric I used. And what I used on the inside, something I saw was like it recommend using like steel wool, like you would use to clean with. And it works pretty good, like steel wool with some batting. But every now and again you hit a spot and it's kind of hard. So I wanted to try this and maybe try a couple more pin cushions and or to give some of my pillows some weight. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to try that. This is the pattern I almost bought last night or put in my shopping cart because I think it was on flash sale. That quarter shop does a flash sale every day. So every day I check to make sure, you know, there wasn't something. But anyway, I bought this pattern. I think almost all of these patterns are like Annabella's because she had a sale. Isn't that adorable? I love hearts. And Thimble Blossom is the designer that I won with my bibs. It was her design that I used, her pattern for the bib. Here is the card for that. I didn't show you last month because I have this in my show you bag. Highly recommend them. Her name's Terry. And it came wrapped nice. Very nice trash. I must not have showed you guys this because it's in I finished this pillow. I'll insert a picture. I'll take a picture and insert it. I made this into a pillow. I used this Nantucket Summer as my backing and I put a big bow on it. I'll insert a picture. It turned out really nice. Really, really nice. So let me put that away to file. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to pause because, no, I need to go get something that I made and I forgot to show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. So here is that finish. This was a stitching with the housewife pattern. This was Nantucket Summer fabric and just a little bow I did on the front. So there's that. But the reason why I got up was I wanted to show you guys this. So I bought this pattern last year. Fig tree pattern, and I made it with my own little spin on it. I did a little different. Right? Isn't that required me to get up and go get it? I have it hanging with 2 magnets on our freezer. It measures exactly the width across the top of our freezer, and it's like perfect for summer. You know, because we always have popsicles in the freezer for summertime. And I did like a small 1-inch crosshatch. I used a variety of layer cakes. I used some fig tree. I think I used some Layla Boutique. It was great. It was a great pattern. And then I used fabric on the back. So much fun. Definitely recommend this pattern. I would absolutely make it again. See, they show it much longer as a longer table runner, and I didn't do that. Last month's Floss Fix, which is my fancy floss from Fat Quarter Shop. It's like a lot of earth tones this month, or last month. I haven't got this month yet. Bramble Bush. That helps her with the color. Bramble Bush. Brandy Pears. And I'm sure you've probably already seen these in other folks' floss tubes. This one is really pretty too. Brown Hen. Brown Sugar, Bunny Honey. Love these names. They remind me of when I used to get my nails done and the nail polish, OPI nail polish. It's all those great names. And this is Calico Kitty. A lot of variegation in Calico Kitty. So mostly I stitch with DMC. I mean, I love DMC. That's what I learned with. And 14 count Aida, that's what I learned with way back when I was a kid. One of my aunts taught me how to cross stitch. But then I did that month-to-month subscription club with stitching with the Housewives. Are the designer. In fact, Quarter Shop did the club. And I really started using it came with Classic ColorWorks. So I started using it. And I was like, wow, now I understand. Like, the variegation is so pretty. It really appeals to me. So I signed up for this club. Every month they send out, I didn't even count them, what is it, 5 or 6 of them a month. They're working their way alphabetically. I will keep up with this club because I love getting the floss. So that is, and I think it's a really good value way to make up increase your stash. Speaking of increasing your stash, I believe this was on flash sale one day. And I love me some fabric Flair. Not sure what I would stitch on this, but it was on sale and I really like Fabric Flair. Fabric Flair is they do digital printing on the fabric, the Aida, the linen. I don't know if they do linen. I don't know, but I do Aida. But yes, they do linen too. So I love that. And then I purchased this. I don't know if this was on flash. This must have been on flash sale too. Only one other time did I work on Vintage Cloth by Lori Holt. And it was a project that I ended up abandoning. It wasn't her fault. It was my fault. I did not like, it was like a 10 count. And I used 6 strands and it looked messy. I think it was me. It wasn't the fabric. But this has a really nice feel to it. And some nice variegation coloring going on. That is super nice. So it's called a 14 count even weave, which to me looks, to me it looks like an Aida, but it's called even weave. And it has an awesome hand to it. So let me just, there's stuff everywhere. Take an hour to clean up. All right, I got a couple patterns I bought. Usually everything comes from Fat Quarter Shop because I love Fat Quarter Shop. And I think they do a lot for our community. But these ones were not from Fat Quarter Shop. So let me just, this one might be a little of a stretch for me. That's a lot of stitching. I think it's so pretty. So pretty. See, I'm a fall girl and I love chipmunks. And that's why I'm like with this whole prairie dog hunting. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, so I don't know. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't think the photo does it justice because I don't think it's going to show very well. Let me come in close. It's a Thanksgiving one. And it did not come with the buttons. I guess I'd have to order those separately. It looks like there's a button on the sale and on the cornucopia and an acorn. There looks like there's about 4 buttons. One there, here, and here, I think. So that is, and then they took them out, the exact same motifs that are here and just made some smalls. This pattern is by Shepherd's Bush. It's called Thankful Notes. Beautiful, beautiful. I will definitely work on this one this year. I'll get that started. And so you can see, like, I was really, I'm in the fall. November. We'll see, we have a turkey, we have some pumpkin pie, we have an owl, tree, leaves, a stitch for all the grandkids. And maybe change up the colors here and there. And yeah, that must be a birthday, 10, 12, 20. Maybe that was made for Luke. And so I could put the kids' names and their birthdays here. But I like that a lot. That is the end of this party that was called Flosstube. Let's go out with a bang. You want one more share? Let me see what's in the share bag. We'll do one more because that'll make 5. Let me dig through here. Let's see what we have. What do we have? Now this still has its price tag on it. You do know that I got this secondhand. I showed it before. And it is Primitive Sampling Style Pin Keep. It's by Country Rustic Primitives. Let me see if it's just like a little sampler. Perfect for a dough bowl. Okay, let me make sure this is brand new, that nobody's written on it. That would make me feel bad if I gave away something that was janky. No, it is an unmarked pattern. It is an unmarked pattern with directions and a chart. Chart is black and white. So this is number 5. So if you would like this pattern, it's number 5. Let me put a clip on it so I don't forget. So that concludes our floss tube. Thank you so much for watching. If you would kindly like the video, subscribe to the video, share with your friends, but really most importantly, just enjoy it. If you enjoy it and you're happy, I'm glad that you're here. Oh, well, I'll do that another time. Well, no, let me do it. If you're still watching, if you're a diehard and you're still here, let me share with you some of the floss tubes I've watched this week, because I've really enjoyed. If you're still hanging in here, was that. And then the floss tubes that I have watched, I have thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, number 1 on my list of a new one that I just started watching was Bluebird Paper and Thread. Her name is Stacy. A really, really nice person. I mean, I don't know her. I think she lives in California, but stitches some of the same things. She stitches though on linen. Very, very nice. Love her videos. Another person that is kind of new to me that I'm getting into is Snickerdoodle Stitch. And I apologize, I cannot think of what her first name is. She hooked me with the name, and then her image is like this really brightly colored quilt in the background where she sits, and that just like drew me right in. So that one's a nice one. Of course, some other diehards, Nancy the Distortedly Stitches, Mrs. Jones Stitches, 2 Needles Pulling Thread, love, love. I did put myself on the wait list. I wasn't going to do their retreat. I haven't done any retreats, but I did. I put myself on the wait list. So we'll see if it's meant to be or not. And then Priscilla and Chelsea, of course, like Flosstube knows, like it just shows me theirs all the time because I love their videos. And then, oh, another new one to me is Mrs. Smith Stitches. And I think she's a Canadian, and she has a lot of cute stuff that she works on. So Mrs. Smith Stitches is newer Flosstube, new to me. And is that it? I guess that's it. That's what I've been watching this month. I look forward to seeing you guys next month. Next month I'll be on for 1 year. It's also my birthday month. I'll probably see you after my birthday because it's on the 1st. So until then, you guys have a great rest of the summer. I look forward to seeing you. According to me, September 1st starts fall, so it'll be all things fall. Anyway, bye guys. Don't forget about the giveaways if you're interested. If you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 or all of them, whatever floats your boat. I don't care. Bye.